Hey everyone, it's Nicholas Ashbaugh. I hope you're doing great today. This is a full moon, so I thought we would tap into the energy and see if there's something that we need to leave behind, see what's coming forth, and also what's in the future, past, present, future reading for the full moon. Let's get started, and as always, we'll check in on Apollo. He's ready to listen to the reading as well. Let me go ahead and turn the camera down here, and going to keep it kind of simple today. 3 cards plus along with this, I'm going to also put some oracle cards, 3 oracle cards. And it'll just give us exactly what we need to basically have a great week ahead. All right, close your eyes and focus on the beautiful energy of a full moon. Imagine that you are watching it as it's rising into the sky, and this beautiful beam of silver light surrounds your body. And as this happens, you welcome in the insight from your higher self, from the angels, ascended masters, and guides. Okay, let's begin and let's see what's coming forth. Past, present, and future. Let's zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. And let's take a look at some oracle cards as well. All right, we're going to take this a card at a time. Now that we're getting down to business, I need to take this coat off so that we can focus, and now we can get started here. So we're going to begin with Temperance. This came through in the past, and the oracle card, which is helping us understand what we need to be patient with, is distraction. Now, this is so interesting. Distraction, it can be a positive sort of energy in your life, something new, starting a new job, getting into a new relationship. It could be something in the news that caught your attention. It can be something at work that's been weighing heavily upon your mind. Whatever your personal distraction is, it serves a purpose in your life, but it could be taking you away from things that are important, your health, projects and opportunities that are knocking. And basically, Spirit's coming through in this moment, and it's saying, allow yourself to take a step in a new direction. If there was something that awakened you, because distractions can do that, then figure out what it is that is going to inspire within you as far as movement or change goes. This is about guidance, and in order to connect with the angel that's always a part of Temperance, we have to slow down and listen. Listen to our intuition, listen to our heart, listen to our guides. And if we are constantly in this state of flux or distraction, it becomes increasingly difficult to differentiate messages from the noise. What you could do in this period of time is start to limit existing distractions. So if you have too many activities on your calendar, do less. If news is starting to stress you out, consume less of it. If you're having a hard time sleeping, make sure that you're exercising before bedtime and not eating too close to that, and allowing yourself a chance to just get the body ready for that state of rest. And then, and in general, if there's a person around you that takes your attention away from what matters, this also might be about separating yourself from that, okay? Patience is key, and it takes you take one step at a time to make whatever change is necessary in your life. It's interesting that we talked about change, because as we look at the center cards here, which represents what's coming through in this full moon, we have a shape-shifting god or deity, Cernunnos, that came through. And this is representing in this moment the fact that you thought someone or something would be presenting one way, but it showed up another way. And what does that do? It kind of messes with your emotions. This is the biggest challenge in this full moon. And I think that actually these are connected. So distraction came through, Spirit said, don't freak out. Something changed in addition to that distraction, and that's distracting you even more. And now your heart's coming through and saying, but I have to deal with it. And you do. So this is about using your emotions to lift you up, to affect change, rather than what? Being beholden to them. And easier said than done. It helps to talk to other people. It helps to listen to or read inspiring words to assist with this. And also, it's just good to do other things. This afternoon, for instance, to heal myself as well, I was like, I need to go take a hike. I'm going to go take a nice hour-long hike, breathe in the fresh air, look at the sky. We have beautiful clouds out in LA today, and I just felt this need to do something different. So allow yourself to process your emotions however you'd like to. It could be through, again, a creative endeavor. It could be going out into nature. Anything that sort of heals you and helps you, this is what you really want to focus on. Once you process your emotions a bit, then you can sort of think about this and say, all right, the things have changed. The narrative, the timeline, it's shifted a bit. What do I want to do about it? Then you can get passionate, you can tune in, and then you can start to focus on making the necessary change, okay? If a person came through and showed a character that you didn't expect or an attribute that you didn't expect, it is what it is, and it's better to embrace it and accept it and say, all right, do I still want to associate with this person, or do I need to focus on something else? Do I still want to engage with this activity, or do I want to do something else? And again, if it's a larger sort of change in the world or environment around you, then it's a matter of what am I going to do to help manage my emotions, and what do I want to change in myself or the world around me? So basically, this is going to act as an inspiring or catalytic sort of energy that propels you into the future here, and that's what we're looking at next. So we have Chamuel coming through, showing that there could be some changes in relationships here. And it's interesting because it said on this particular card, no one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. And typically in this card, there is a path right between the dog and the wolf. If we look at the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith card, we can see that. This is basically saying whoever or whatever is either exiting or entering your life, it's cosmically aligned. This is exactly where you need to be in this moment in time. There are some things you want to avoid, and I want to use this card for a second because I think it does a better job of illustrating it. So when I look at these two animals at the front, it can represent conflict. Conflict that often comes from competition. So one thing to avoid right now is comparing yourself with others, unnecessarily competing with someone who's doing well. This is your path to enlightenment, because that path leads to the moon. And what we want to deal right now with is the lobster energy, which is stuff that's starting to come to the surface. If you were feeling triggered because of something, has that come up before? Is it helping or hindering you? What is it you, again, want to do with it? This is really a chance to heal the emotions. It feels like emotional sensitivity, vulnerability, and even just maybe a lack of patience, a lack of hope. Something's coming through that doesn't normally when I'm reading on a full moon. And so this is a chance to look at that and say, we've still got a month and a half left of this year. Let's do something with it. And let's not lose focus. Let's not let distraction win out. Let's focus on the path in front of us. Okay, let's look at some other things here. So, as we were reading all of this here with Chamuel, so the relationship assignments, roles could be shifting. You could be feeling like you want to do something different, or you just feel like you're a different person as well. This bottom stuff, you could be the one shape-shifting. And it could be a little distracting to sort of feel this new calling or this new path. But here's the cool thing. The moon is why we're all meeting today. It's like one of the most powerful things in our environment right now. The sun and the moon really help sustain this planet and its health. So you have an ability to pull things toward you. Think of what the moon does. It basically creates tidal forces on the planet, and that, of course, then is affecting high and low tide. But when we think of it as the tug, and it's like give and take. So I really want you to look at things in your life and see the reciprocity, see where it's easy, see where you're being pushed or pulled away, and focus on that. And where it's easier, put more energy into it. Where it feels natural, really lean into that. And where you feel like you're being pushed in a new direction, observe that and say, what else can I do? That feels like it's no longer something that I'm drawn to. Think of it also as magnetic energy. If you put two magnets in the wrong position, they push each other in opposite directions. So the universe, I believe, rejection is protection. I say it all the time. I actually heard it as I was hiking in one of the canyons today in LA, and I was like, yeah, people are starting to catch on to even say that in everyday speech. So if you're being pushed away from something, where are you being pushed to? So one thing isn't a resonant match, but there's something else that you are resonating with. That's where you should be focusing. Let's move all of these to the side. I'm going to pull one additional card here, and I'm going to say, what's it all about? What's the change about? This moon energy, which can bring you out of your fears towards something that really kind of helps you find your power. How can you do that? So help us understand the change. Help us get into that sense of empowerment. We're just going to pull a single card here. 9 of Cups. So just like it says on the top of it, where it says happiness, it's really important for you to focus on things that create joy, that create positivity, that create a sense of possibility. And in this moment in time, in the next few days, or at least this lunar cycle from one full moon to another, allow for there to be more of this. 9 of Cups is a celebratory card. We are entering into holiday season very shortly, so have some fun. Focus on a gratitude journal when and if possible, and really allow yourself to think about possibilities, not just worst case scenarios. There are different 9s. If we think of the 9 of Swords, that's going into the shadow. We didn't get that. We got the light here with this, okay? I usually do an extra card at the end, so go ahead and formulate that question. I'm going to do my best to tune into that right now, and we'll see what Spirit has to say here for this final question. All right, so we have an interesting card here for the final card. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Take a step back. If this was a yes or no, it's a not yet. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is taking a step back to look at the big picture and also make sure that there's not, we're talking about give and take, the ebb and flow, that you're not giving too much or depleting yourself too much. So this is, and it is a moment to be bullish on the future. I love that we have the bull coming through on this. So be positive about what's possible. Get a bigger view of what it is that you're doing in your life and see how everything is aligning to that. This is a time where you can really focus on personal development. So nurturing yourself, learning something new, asking for something that's missing, and really speaking up, expressing your hopes, fears, and desires, basically, which, by the way, is part of this card too. And it's sometimes difficult for us to look at, right? And talk about those things. The main things to focus on in this particular full moon: avoid distraction, embrace and understand what's changing and accept it when possible. And especially when it comes to relationships, they could be deepening, they could be elevating. For some of you, there could be a decision to go in a new direction. To that end, something new came through as I'm doing the review. You know, the moon is about honesty too, and this is a moment to really be honest with yourself and with your partner. If you are in a relationship, or just whoever it is that you think of the most, really lead with honesty, because this is a tricky card, and it's important to just get it all out on the table like we're doing today so that things are manageable, okay? Taking care of your emotions, that's the number one thing you can do today. All right, and then I said, like, what is it all about? In this moment, you can choose to focus on the positive and create some cool stuff, or you can focus on the negative. Let's go for the positive. And then when we looked at the final question, it's really about personal development and taking a step back. It's not, in this moment, about moving forward too quickly. It's saying don't be hasty, all right? That's everything for today. I wanted to keep this very short, very sweet. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Give me a follow on social media. All the major platforms are listed here. They're also on my website. And if you want to give back and say that this was something that you liked, you can leave super stickers even in the comments below. You can also become a member, and all of that helps. And that's everything. I'm going to just put Apollo up for a second. He's hiding. There he is. He's like, leave me be, Dad. I just want to hang out with all of my toys. So we'll let him be. All right, everyone, thank you for your love, your support, for focusing on yourself a little bit tonight. On a full moon, it's a great time to write in a journal, to take an Epsom salt bath, to take a hike like I did earlier. I'll pull one of the pictures up while we're talking. have dinner with a friend, do something gentle, something nice. And that really helps kind of like just heal the mind and the soul a little bit. This beautiful image today I took and I was like, look at all the clouds. We have a lot of cloud structure today. It kind of reminded me of some of the other desert states here on the West Coast. So it helped me just get out of my head. So reading, writing, journaling, watching a movie that kind of makes you happy, anything that brings you into that sense of just feeling like you're okay tonight. In the meantime, wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.